Right now, as we speak, there is a staggering $325 billion e-learning market literally sitting right in front of you. And note, that is not a typo, $325 billion. Today, we're not just talking about pinching pennies or clipping coupons, we're framing you as a digital asset manager. You are looking to capture a piece of that massive wealth right from your own living room. By building a remote passive income portfolio, relying on background efficiency, strict data security, and realistic payouts, you can architect systems that just operate quietly in the background. In this explainer, we're extracting the exact frameworks from recent financial analysis that maps out exactly how to replace active, grueling labor with highly scalable digital assets. But okay, to actually capture a slice of that wealth, we first need to define our mathematical target. And that target? It's 25x. This represents the absolute benchmark of the famous 4% rule. Think of it like this. If you can build a portfolio that is exactly 25 times your annual living expenses, you've achieved it. You've hit long-term, sustainable financial freedom. That means your investments are generating enough compound interest and dividends to completely cover your lifestyle indefinitely. Increasing your savings rate and deploying it into the digital assets we're about to cover, that's what drastically reduces the years required to hit this exact multiplier. Okay, let's dive into this because that 25x rule is the underlying engine of the entire FIRE movement. Financial independence, retire early. But FIRE isn't just some one-size-fits-all equation. How aggressively you invest completely customizes your path to independence. For example, lean FIRE is for those maintaining very low living expenses and a minimal portfolio to hit that 25x faster. Fat FIRE is, well, the exact opposite, building a massive portfolio to pursue retirement while maintaining or even exceeding a really comfortable middle-class lifestyle. Then there's Coast FIRE, which is fascinating. You invest aggressively early on, and then you just stop, letting compound interest do all the heavy lifting until your portfolio reaches its goal. And finally, Barista FIRE means you use a modest portfolio to cover the bulk of your expenses, which you then supplement with part-time work. You have to choose your strategy early because it dictates the specific assets you need to build next.
Section 1. Background utilities and micro-investing. Now, what's really interesting about this is that if you have a smartphone in your pocket, you already hold the infrastructure for immediate, set-it-and-forget-it revenue generation. We're talking low-effort, background revenue that categorically does not require active screen time. It is the absolute ultimate efficiency for anyone balancing a busy household and a demanding schedule. Take Brandby, for instance. It literally turns your anonymized mobile telemetry, basically your web browsing habits, into retail capital. You just leave the app active, completely bypassing those tedious online surveys. Then we have Fundrise. Look, real estate used to require massive upfront capital, right? But Fundrise fractionalizes commercial and residential real estate so you can start earning dividends for as little as $10. And Honeygain securely monetizes your unused internet bandwidth for market research, paying you out via PayPal or crypto. Add an Acorns to automatically round up and invest your spare change, Rakuten for up to 20% cash back on your necessary spending, and Ibotta for automated grocery rewards. Boom! This is your baseline foundation.
Moving on to Section 2. Building your digital house for scalable yields.
To step up from those background utilities to truly scalable yields, you need to actually construct a digital house. And by that, I mean an asset you own entirely. Unlike a social media profile that some random algorithm can just wipe out overnight, a dedicated website builds real, stable value over time. But to be algorithm-proof, your micro-niche absolutely must meet 5 foundational criteria. First up, interest and passion. You have to care enough about the topic to write at least 40 deep, valuable articles on it. Second, low competition. You've got to find specialized gaps where very few others are providing quality content. Third is expertise, meaning you need better than average knowledge or at least a genuine willingness to heavily document your learning journey. Fourth, relevancy. Will people actually care about this in 5 to 10 years? And fifth, monetization. Are there advertisers, products, or affiliate programs ready to pay for this traffic? If your brilliant idea fails even one of these, you must pivot.
So once your niche is locked in, how do you architect this house? Here is the exact setup blueprint. Step 1, commit to that specific micro-niche. We're talking tech for Apple users rather than just a broad, generic technology category. Step 2, you absolutely must choose WordPress.org hosted on a reliable server. This platform choice, totally non-negotiable. It gives you professional, unfiltered control over your scalable assets. Step 3, install the engine. Plugins like Yoast SEO ensure your house is actually found and indexed by Google, while Jetpack handles the performance side of things. And finally, Step 4, monetize and drive traffic. You apply for AdSense or you integrate affiliate links.
The technical setup really just takes one weekend, but this asset is meticulously designed to scale and compound for years.
Section 3. High-margin educational assets.
We are now transitioning into the absolute highest margin tier, tapping directly into that staggering $325 billion e-learning market we talked about at the start. By structuring your existing skills, whether that's in computers, entrepreneurship, or personal development, you're creating a digital product with almost zero marginal cost of reproduction. But when it comes to distributing this knowledge, your platform is your storefront, and you essentially have two primary models to pit against each other. Let's look at Kajabi versus Udemy. Kajabi is a turnkey, all-in-one platform. It completely manages your hosting, marketing, and payments in one place, allowing you to retain total 100% control of the customer experience. On the flip side, we have Udemy. It's a massive marketplace and arguably much easier for beginners to get discovered without having an existing audience. But trust me, that visibility comes at a very steep price.
And this brilliantly illustrates exactly why platform choice is critical. If you launch on Udemy, you are looking at a 50% revenue split. Half of the revenue from your high-margin digital product goes straight back to the platform. When you are acting as a digital asset manager, giving up a 50% slice of your yield drastically impacts the compounding math we talked about earlier with that 25x benchmark. Now, a platform like Kajabi does require you to drive your own traffic, but you keep the lion's share of your equity. So you really have to weigh instant audience access against total asset control.
Now, let's look at how this builds into an entirely hands-off ecosystem. Enter the faceless revolution in automated funnels. You no longer need to be on camera to build a massive YouTube channel. Nope. By combining AI tools, high-quality stock footage, and professional voiceovers, you can build entire libraries of content in highly profitable niches like tech, education, or lifestyle. But the real tactical advantage here happens when you connect this to affiliate marketing. You use a platform like Pinterest as a highly effective traffic road, driving literally hundreds of visitors to automated email funnels built on software like System.io. These story-based emails build trust and convert casual clicks into consistent affiliate sales overnight, all while the faceless YouTube videos generate ongoing ad revenue while you sleep. It's a completely automated compounding machine.
Section 4. Safety, taxes, and realistic expectations. So, the crucial point here is that scaling these digital assets requires vigilance. IRS compliance is absolutely non-negotiable, and you must actively audit app permissions to protect your digital footprint. Also, categorically avoid any platforms demanding upfront fees, because the reality check is this: true wealth isn't an instant lottery ticket. As the source material explicitly points out, background apps and micro-investing typically generate $20 to $150 per month. Now that might not sound like immediate pack-your-bags retirement money, but the true power requires letting the compounding NAF of these small daily digital increments snowball over several years. It's all about stacking the background app data yields right on top of the micro-niche blog affiliate sales, right on top of the automated faceless funnels. That aggregate total, that is what pushes you towards your fire multiplier.
All right, you have the architectural blueprint. You know exactly how to leverage background efficiency, how to properly claim your digital real estate, and how to capture a very real slice of a $325 billion e-learning market. The only thing standing between you and a scalable remote portfolio right now is execution. So I have to ask, which of these 10 passive income streams are you most excited to try first? Stop just consuming content. Start building and go launch your first digital asset today.